Good morning. I'm gonna get ready for the day. Today is our busy day. We have our homeschool co-op today. So I've always gotta get up and make sure I'm ready in the morning. The kids are still sleeping. It's a very rainy day today. So it's one of those days where we don't have to do our homeschool at home, but they have their co-op, which is so fun for them. And I'm using Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint. I've been using this forever now, for the longest time. I feel like I go kind of heavy with this, but it just stays on so well if I do. But I thought we would get some stuff done today. I know I'm gonna look crazy for a second doing half my face, but I have a doctor's appointment today. I'm so excited to check up on this baby boy. I am getting there. Oh my goodness, it is, I feel like the weeks are just flying by. Each week it's like I'm turning over a new week and it's just so crazy. But we have an appointment, we're gonna check up on him. It should be a pretty easy appointment today. Just a Doppler check, go over some stuff. And I thought we'd just get stuff done today. So I thought I'd bring y'all along, just a regular day in my life. I know my foundation looks very light, but it all comes together at the end. All right, we're gonna do some concealer. I am clearly trying to still wake up over here. I don't let the kiddos sleep for as long as they will, so I can just continue to get myself ready. And then as soon as they get up, we'll just do breakfast, get ready really quick, and we should all be ready for the day. We typically also usually bring a lunch to our co-op, and then we'll stay after, and I don't usually bring a lunch, but the kids do, and they'll play on the playground and eat lunch while we're there before we leave. But it is so rainy today, and also I have an appointment later, so I've decided we're not packing lunches today. We're just gonna do our co-op for a few hours, and at the last class we're just gonna leave and not worry about lunch. All right, now I'm going in with the Too Faced bronzer. I love this stuff. Our co-op, so they change every several weeks classes, and so the last classes, the very first several weeks were history, a Bible, one of them had a baking class, one of them had a PE. They had something else that I'm missing, but this time, because it's like around the holidays, they each have a baking, well, all the girls, Cal is in a preschool class, so his is different, but they each have a baking class, so they're doing like all the holiday baking and treats and stuff, which is so fun for them. And then all the girls also have a they have a missionary class. And they are making lots of stuff and learning about missions and making stuff for a lot of or somewhere in the North Carolina mountains, because we're in North Carolina, and when Hurricane Helene came through, it was devastating there. And so they've been making some stuff. Like last week they made, like, we're getting ready, they're doing like a backpack for a bunch of kids. Like I think we're like sponsoring like 100 kids with like a backpack and several things in it. So last week we made like a keychain to go in it. This week they're making something else to go in it, I'm sure, and just kind of filling up those backpacks. And then we're also doing a class to get ready for our Christmas program, like a Christmas program class. So it's just like so fun. Like the classes like switch every several weeks. So it's like each 9 weeks or so. It's like always something different. So we're gonna go to my favorite translucent setting powder from not Charlotte Tilbury, who am I thinking? Yes, no, Laura Mercier. Love this stuff so much. It just helps my makeup stay on so much better than any other setting powder that I've ever tried. All right, a little pregnancy update, how I've been feeling. I am feeling pretty good most days. For the last probably the last 2 weeks or so, I have been dealing with like an infection, and then I got on an antibiotic finally for that. And then the antibiotic, I started having like a reaction from the antibiotic that was just awful feeling. And good morning. Are you the only one awake? And it was just like awful feeling, and I never want to be on that antibiotic again. But as of yesterday, I'm finally like, okay, I think I'm finally getting back to normal after it was kind of a miserable feeling the last couple weeks. And I am like, finally like, okay, I think I'm like pretty much back to normal now, which I am so thankful for. All right, I've done a little bit of eyeshadow, and the last thing, I've got a new one of these coming because this one's dried out, the Tartelette Tubing Mascara. But regardless of how I felt the past couple weeks, I'm just so thankful that it was nothing that could affect the baby, and the baby is still good. I feel him move very often, but there are times when he does not, and I'm still at the stage where I don't have to, I'm not like counting kicks or anything, like I'm not that far along just yet, but there are times when I'm like, okay, I hadn't felt him move in a while. And normally when I say that, it's like a few minutes later I will, but every so often I'll still get the Doppler out to check his heartbeat, just because there are times I'm like, okay, I haven't felt him move in like at least a few hours. And right now I'm like, I'm pretty sure I hadn't felt him move like all night, but I've slept all night too, but I hadn't felt him move this morning. So before we head to go up, I'm probably gonna do a quick Doppler check to make sure. But there, like, I feel him move very often at some points in there, and then there are days I'm like, I feel like he's not moving as much, which is very normal for the stage I'm at. My hands, as anybody else has experienced, especially in my right hand, numbness. I use my right hand the most. I've always experienced that in pregnancy, like numbness in my hands, like when I'm sleeping, or like as I'm sitting here like getting ready for the day, like my right hand as I'm like putting makeup on, it just like feels like numb, and I don't know what causes that, something with a nerve or something, but I've always experienced that. So I just had that this morning, which made me thought of it. I'm gonna try to curl my hair. My hair is, let me show you a couple things I've been using on my hair that have been so good. This is not sponsored at all, but the DV Dry Shampoo has, it is like the best dry shampoo, and I've tried a lot. Yes, I'm coming right now. Millie wants me to pick her clothes off so she can get ready for co-op. I have tried a lot of dry shampoos, and this one really makes my hair feel the cleanest. And I can go, like today would be the day I would typically need to wash it, but I put this in at night, and the next morning it's like, okay, it looks like I just washed my hair. I mean, not quite, but almost. And the only thing about it is, whenever I put it in, it usually leaves like a white residue, but I'll just take my hair dryer and like round brush it for like 30 seconds and it is gone. Mama. It is so good. And then the next thing, I'll show you how I use this Tresemme Dry Textures Finishing Spray. I have used this for the past like 2 or 3 weeks. It is so good as well, and it's so cheap. I'll curl my hair and show you how I use this though. But the DV Dry Shampoo, love this stuff so much. It is like the best I've tried. I'm not sure why I'm doing curling. It's so raggy. I should just throw my hair up for the day. And it probably will eventually, but we'll see how it does. But I'm gonna bring a hair tie just in case it starts looking a little crazy and it gets soaking wet. The dry texture spray. Now that my hair is curled, I'll let them dry, or not dry, cool off, let the girls cool. I just take this, I don't even rake my fingers through it yet. I just take this and start spraying. Just kind of start separating the curls, provide some texture to my hair without like, it's like a light texture, like not super textured, but such a good amount of texture to my hair. I'm just kind of going in and break up the curls with this. I love it. I think it works so well. So, thought I'd share that with y'all. Super cheap, Walmart, drugstore, Target. I think it was like less than $7. All right, I thought I'd show y'all a little outfit. I got this from Target yesterday in the mail. And whew, look at all that laundry we've got to do sometime today. But I got this like a maternity jumpsuit from Target, and it's like, I don't know how flattering it looks on me, But the material is the most comfy material. I've just got some tennis shoes on. It's so rainy today. I should be wearing some kind of boots or something, but I just got a denim jacket over it and it is so comfy. So we're gonna head to co-op. It is not a co-op day without it being chaotic. I'm telling y'all, like whenever my kids like went to school, we were out of the house 7:30 every day. We got it done, got out of the house, everybody's ready. And since we homeschool, Thursdays are the day we got to get out and at a decent time to go to co-op, and it's always chaotic, and we always running late. So of course we're running late. I left the house, we got 3 minutes down the road and realized I forgot Callan's bag for co-op that has his cup, his snack in there, and everything he needs. So we had to turn back around. So Delaney went in to grab his bag, and it is always something on Thursday. We're always running late, but like I feel like I get up at a decent time, get ready in time, but it's always something last minute that causes us to run late. But it's okay, as long as we're there in time for the classes to start. I call that a win. We just got back from co-op. I got soaked. I brought an umbrella, and then one of the kids, when they like walked between buildings, apparently grabbed my umbrella and used it. So I got soaked. So I'm gonna have to like freshen up before I have to go to the doctor. We went to Taco Bell and grabbed lunch. Usually, like I think I said earlier, we eat lunch at co-op, but it's so rainy today. I got a chicken power bowl. I haven't had one of these in like a while, and it's like my favorite fast food thing to get. I changed into a more rainy day appropriate outfit, leggings, t-shirt, vest. Should have had this on for the day, because what I had on was like not the most rainy day appropriate outfit. All right, we're ready. We are heading to my doctor's appointment. I'm gonna drop the kiddos off for a little bit. We're gonna go to that. And then we've got so much to do around this house. We're gonna cook a yummy rainy day dinner that's gonna be delicious, and hopefully everything's goes well at my appointment. I have a list that I have in my phone of 4 things to go over so I don't forget them. 4 things that I don't want to forget to ask her or like go over with her. So this appointment my next one, I've already got it scheduled, will actually be my glucose test. I'll be in the 3rd trimester next time, which is like insane to me to think about. Like it is like each week, like I turn over a new week and I'm like, oh my goodness, like that week, like it's just like flying by every week. So I'm like trying to savor it all in this last time. Maybe the right word is, yes, I will open it. Soak it all in. Soak it all in might have been the best word. I had a great appointment. We talked about lots of stuff, but it just went good. The baby was great. Great heartbeat, and like these appointments are just like simple. Check the heartbeat, make sure everything's good with me. Didn't really do any blood work and things like that. We talked about, I know I had mentioned before, I'm possibly gonna switch care to a different provider in the 3rd trimester so I can deliver at the bigger hospital. I know I mentioned, if y'all have been around since Cal, I always deliver at a smaller hospital, but they don't have a NICU, and if something were to go wrong, we have to be transferred out, and we did have to be transferred out. And I just have that fear of happening again, because I've always delivered early, which I'm hoping I don't have to so early this time. So I just have that fear, especially being a boy. Boys can have more lung problems, breathing issues. I have that fear we're gonna have that happen again. So we talked about that again, possibly switching care. So by the next appointment, I think I'm gonna figure that out. I'm also gonna talk to maternal fetal, because I would love to stay at my office but still deliver at the bigger hospital. But it sounds like it's better for me to just switch offices, which the biggest thing about that is it is an hour away. And once I hit that 3rd trimester, having possibly weekly appointments, I also scheduled all my appointments out up until like 35 weeks, which is crazy to me. We scheduled up till like February. I like to do that so I can kind of ensure I get the doctor I want. And yeah, everything was so good. Healthy baby, that's all that matters, and got lots of appointments scheduled out. Now I just gotta make that decision. Like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna stay where I'm at and deliver at the smaller hospital and hope nothing goes wrong? Or, I don't know. I'm really thinking about switching just to be safe, and obviously we'll have those issues again where we don't have to be transferred out. We're gonna be at the right spot if something happened again. Fast forward to dinner time. We're gonna make some really easy chili. It was the perfect night to make chili. It was rainy, it was cold, and this is like the easiest but really good chili recipe. I've been making this for a long time, and it's really good, so easy, and just the perfect dinner for tonight. So to your large pot, you're going to brown up about a pound of ground beef. I think I had just over that today, but about a pound of it. You're going to add a pack of chili seasoning mix. This is just from McCormick, just any kind would work. A can of your favorite beans. I usually do pinto beans. A can of green chilies. I prefer to do the mild ones. And then I do a jar of paste picante, the mild, and then a jar of the medium. Now, if you don't like spice, maybe just do a couple jars of the mild, because this just felt extra spicy today, and it's not typically like super spicy. So I don't know if I accidentally got like the green chilies that were not the mild. I think I got mild, but maybe not. Maybe I accidentally got the like medium ones or something, but it is so yummy, so easy. I just plated up. We do some shredded cheese over top. Of course, I love sour cream with my chili, and then some, we usually do these like Tostitos scoops, the Aldi brand, or just whatever, or even some Fritos scoops would also be really good with us. But it's just such a good, easy weeknight dinner. And I also made some grilled cheeses for the kids to have on the side if they would rather have that. And that way the kids that, I have a couple kiddos that don't love chili, so that way they could also have something. And it is the next morning. I thought I'd show y'all a peek into our Friday morning. It's actually Friday morning. A peek into our little homeschool morning. We made some muffins this morning. Ren was at the grocery store with me the day before, and she picked out some chocolate chip muffins to make the next morning. So I got this Krusty's brand muffin mix. I don't love the chocolate chip kind. This was actually, I think, my first time making this one, but we love the blueberry muffins from this brand. But that was breakfast this morning. I made some coffee, and it was just a typical homeschool morning. The kids actually got up really early to start their school morning because a local skating place local to us was actually having a homeschool day, and it was a lot of fun. They were so excited to do that, so they like begged, like, please, we're gonna get our school day done early, let's go skating. So we decided to do that. I actually took the big kids to do that, Delaney and Ren, to do it because they're just really into skating, and the younger two are not so much. So we went and done that. But we first of all ate our breakfast. We got our school day started and finished up pretty early that day. I was kind of helping the younger ones going through our books to kind of see what all had to be done for the day. And then I started tidying up our living room. I went ahead and tidied that up. So that way, once we got home, we didn't have so much to do. But honestly, by the time we left, which was a couple hours after I'm filming this, the house was back to a mess again, but at least I got it cleaned up where it wasn't so bad. So I was just trying to pick up the living room, and then I made my way to the kitchen to start straightening that up from after breakfast. Started putting stuff away from the counter. I went ahead and put our muffins into my little bacon dish that I keep on the counter. We had some chocolate chip cookies in there, so I went ahead and put our leftover muffins in there as well. And then I'm just tidying up the kitchen. I am doing some dishes, wiping down the counters, and all the stuff that has to be done in the morning. Emptying the dishwasher, I will typically empty that in the morning. We'll load it throughout the day, and then at nighttime, after everything's done for the night, we will go ahead and wash them. That way the next morning we can start the cycle over again. This is what a typical day for us, a homeschool day, looks like for the most part. And I haven't really showed a lot of me interacting with the kids and kind of helping them with their work. But of course, as I'm doing all of this housework, tidying up, whatever I need to do for videos and things, I am helping them in between. Whether that be with a math or science, they're going over a quiz or a test they have to do, or whatever it may be. We're kind of going over all that, especially with the younger ones. They need a little more help than Delaney. Delaney's pretty independent with her work. And of course, I've shared before, we do the Becca curriculum and we do the online curriculum. So they are taught online by teachers, which is really nice because it takes a workload off of me, especially working from home. And it kind of takes that workload off of me, and I feel like they're just getting a really good education with it, and I am just really loving it so far. And so anyways, I am continuing our housework so that way we could get out of the house. Usually our school days last about, usually the younger ones are done around lunchtime, sometimes a little bit later, just depending on when we get started and how many breaks they take during the day. So usually around lunchtime or slightly after that, we'll get done with our school day. and we'll have some quiet time. So I just finish up tidying, and then I am going to finally get my shower done for the day. Sometimes I do this early, sometimes I wait until after breakfast as we're getting our school day started. I'll take a super quick shower. But I hope you guys enjoyed coming along for my last couple days, and I hope you guys have a great week and weekend, and I'll see you guys soon for another video.